before to show be a no tenikemu say only akwana say omo ye adwuma on behalf of oral team no. Honorable Halidu yamwache mo akwaba.
Me so please.
But as a pass watch opinion on here because I mean say uber flow better in the English language. E dia pa na si enra e wo kaswa. E fa sankofo ya wo say wouldn't pass omo ye NPP fo a no mo so omo di omo dwuma on behalf of oral.
Please me that in a media TFO anyway na around 5 thereabout. My brother Penny, coordinating director in one of the assemblies in Eastern Region. Okita, my official car. Yes, one of the pickups drip for Omudi Bayed. Inti waba inclined because now frontier pop. So after walk hospital we now walk to mattress or call back to station.
Yeah.
2 guys accosted him around Westfield. And me offer na me who say what friend is na me sending message am and say my busy but my friend back. But it now offer. And then I say oh danger muna me fa call. I catch him say come my nubi Shianu say o mu ji ni car no pick up no. Na ora for Emma no to me. Emma omu to me say omunji government vehicle. Enti me say okay, on catch him say omunche me ba. So me fa me car me to me car na me call. Me do on na omu say omu di no echo STC police station. So me drive ko na me ko share nipa menu. Nipa menu no me bisa ba ku e kire say me bisa no say dia mu ye no. Mo di be fa kwan emma omo a omo ye criminally minded no on be fa so like they will be doing bad things against the government. Then when say a bank the catch say munya me no mu akata na me who catch say we end it in we nim ana. Then the guy just became so angry. So I was a bit suspicious because when I threw that question, I was expecting every genuine party person to stay put and then at least be reasonable with me. But his reaction actually exposed him. But I was also careful. CI didn't see Ombe Kipikan. You see that we won't mean Kipikan. Or a coordinating director is entitled to a vehicle. It is official vehicle that he's driving. So you can't keep it.
Mebo, were you coordinating director? Now what does your coordinating director join the tenor of Nana Donanko Kufuado?
Yes, were you coordinating director? So when him say Yariboku MC NDC to me no.
Yeah.
Or more handy over all the properties of state to the coordinating director. So as we speak now, the coordinating directors are acting as DC or MCs, etc. in the various assemblies.
Meba. When coordinating director, Emma Assembly Bay.
Eastern Region.
Eastern Region, Hinfa. Achimoda. Okay, good. Now, under Nana, where NDC ni ana MPP ni.
Now, NDC, we're a public servant. Oh no, his political identity is not even known.
It's unknown.
But I am my brother because of my closeness with him. In fact, Onuna or his feet was second. Onuna share me.
Okay.
And to me, I know I'm very close with him because anytime he comes, his children even comes to me in the house and the rest. So at the end of the day, maybe this guy went out and called a certain police officer. They say ACP Jerison at the police headquarters. And then that police officer asked the CID to keep the car. I said, no, let me speak to that Jerison. Because I know, as far as I know, because I'm an insider, oral duty and responsibility is to receive complaints of theft of government property, stolen monies or stolen items. But oral never instructed that people should go and use force to take something. And so I am a bit suspicious of these people. Then in the course of the conversation, that say onu oye jumaba govlulati. Ahola na mi say me govlulati because Imra Professor Mozo me presidency. Govlulati is a decent man. He is a very, very disciplined man. Bobulate will not ask you to go again. And I became alarmed because the minority held a press conference.
Yeah.
Kizu Bobulate say, Onuna, or share or encourage young men to say, Omunko na Omu Arati Ghana for. Inti Sanu na Missy Debbie. Wabo Bobulate, Mefre Bobulate. So my friend Bobulate, my friend Nuna Bobulate was so few. I mentioned the name, he said he doesn't know him. He was so furious. What if you phone number CID no? With the phone number CID no na Bovloni CID no kasa na. In fact, another place Minsuda. But yesterday I worked because the way the guy was behaving and humiliating my brother, I was looking at him. I could have beaten him up, but I was also thinking of the political consequences.
Yeah.
And I restrained myself, and because I was not able to act, then I was actually weeping. Then the CID asked me to come into the room. I went and sat into the room. Then she told me that an instruction had come that the car should be released. So I wanted to go out. Then they said I shouldn't go out. But along the line, that man, the NPP, is one of them is former aspirant of the NPP in Kaswa. Yeah. He contested our Kumsin.
Okay.
He's called Eric Boateng. And the other guy is called Indego. This Indego guy, they are car dealers. The Indego has his garage around Old Barrier,
okay,
close to the Eco Bank. He used to operate that garage there. So I know him, but he doesn't make me out because I've ever sent a car there that he should sell it. I brought a car from India. It was a truck, a truck head. And so I sent it there, and it was parked there. Later, I picked it and gave it to one of the NDC big guys, and because I needed money. And I know him, so I was looking at him. I said, "Are you sure you are NDC person?" So when Bobulate came in, then they sent Peter. So I sorted out that matter. The police say they will hand over the car. Then I went out and called some of our boys. Because I wanted, if I should do it because of political implication, they will say that I am actually lawless or misbehaving. So I wanted the boys to come so that we pick them. We will not even lock them in that police station. Like I wanted to bring them to Governor's office so that we send them to the police. But my issue here is that the ACP Jerison at the police headquarters. I know that oral never mandate any police officer, but I can understand if you're a police officer, somebody say somebody is stealing a car vehicle, a car belongs to the state. Yes, your duty will be to safeguard that thing. But the point is that how does this Jerison know these two guys?
I don't know the question, but then again, so the person who say a year dina who arrive at the conclusion say Sam Ranti yombedi said you may MPP for.
Okay. Me car make it a Benz. Now Benz you know Old Barrier guys to say Kaswa Tobu to know.
Yeah.
So I happen to be on a platform. That platform they publish a certain car, a Land Cruiser. So I engaged the owner. Then the owner introduced himself as somebody who contested our Kumsi, and then a former president of president of Car Dealers Association.
Yeah.
So then I had that engagement with him in respect of that Land Cruiser. The person I bought the Benz from happened to be a friend to that guy. Because the premises where he is running his garage, that guy rented the premises to him. Inti anura idea no see no. Ono na woko frɛ mi madam fonu. E bisa madam fonu say Benz automa alaji no wa register na. Inti ni ba ko no ka say alaji na register. So then he suspected that I was the one probably he knows. But me, I don't know him personally. So, yes, Anuna, offer me Enura Anadu. Or Pamicho, say, wait there, and yes, you say no. It is one will not be allowed to go just like that, particularly when the MPP openly accused Bobulate of wrongdoing. And again, Omuka Riete, Onuna Oma in Confoyes and Yamano. Inti, allowing this to slide, I will be doing injustice to this government. I will be doing injustice to the party I belong. The image of this party must be protected, and the image of government must be protected. It won't slide.
Okay.
Opamicho. Inti me ba akulu say already no why introduce himself to me. Say or a former aspirant or contest our kumsi. And it's easier to verify Eric Boatin. It's easier to verify his identity. So I spoke to that.
So it was this Eric Boatin on the lead operation.
Eric Boatin any intego. No. So Cecilia Upea, Ubetima consult to the STC police station. But I'm on radio TV program now. Immediately after that, I intend going back to make a formal complaint. We must take this issue up and protect the image of the village. It cannot continue because they are in town and harassing innocent people.
Now, all our phones are you mudin edi sedjume ye obakwa mama ye.
Prince, and now you see one of the things I will plead with some of them is that some calls when it can speak. At least once it is duty you are performing for the state, there are certain calls that is important. Me now, yes, me try Kofi Boachi. Now ni rely no empo. Me friend Ablakwa, me insan kanu. But I knew say me friend Edema met me and Anyan. Na me Edema met me I inform Ablakwa. But Edem to Edem Agbana. He did not pick the call.
Honorable Edem Agbana. No. They get to North for your program.
And now around 5 for your program. And so he did not pick the call. So I was actually stranded until the guy mentioned Bobulu. And then I said, okay, let me then call Bobulu. So that's how I reached out to Bobulu and I got these issues to resolve. But at least we need to expose these people and let the Ghanaian people know, say, NPP for now. Now, Patricia Piaget, the press conference, and he actually specifically accused Bobulunati.
Yeah.
And I'm saying on authority that these two guys are NPP, and I'm saying that the other guy contested Kaswa against our Kumsi. It's verified, his identity is verified. And so we'll pick it up, and then the rest, the Ghanaian people will get to know about it.
Very well. Madam, say Honorable Alhaji Halidu, and Obre, said, what's your cast of one tea? Or for where your Masuma, Honorable Kuja to a black. And now Haruna Alidu Yasenko Frau, now got the Asemia to him. Senko for him MPP for be the Mudin and our Moji cast and the free call for. Sadabaya, Ombanya, Sembi, the Abetuga say, and this buy no, Omo the Ora, and the Shim cast and the free call for answer. Alidu Nanu and what the Casano, and ya dance the hour day at Tuga say, Obiape. Chini no pass no cra. STC police station or no. And this same guy, ye body di one in Niano. Adia saya wofre Alaji Alidu. Apacho say, where the Nianum to any or ma semnon call. Alidu so one ma semnon call. And call ma semnon so call ya. I go do my gun a bro pa. Or ma semno call say ya. But do my gun a bro. And I'm hoping and praying, say, MPP in Penifon so sabutia, Monso Semi Medom Wasuko, Wabudin. Mubatua Quacha, Munso, Munshemu, Nanya Munim Fawn, Modi Abatuga. Zabia, and Yamona Mosuma or moi, Monfama Tuga, Samonsona Mosuma or Monso dia, and Yamu Jajage. Abusia, Ora, a Juma Diana word, you Ghana for Akuma Ediate. Ghana for a pesa Jumano Mudieno. Adansidia would do de betuga. Edefa and Sasi and Kofo Aji Ato our quatri council Asasi and that Mia and Kawo Kotani board and no yet Yamomo the 4 year and Omania. So say Jumano Mudieno Ghana for pe. And what you need to know about Oran is say, a preparatory work no more yet. Omo babwa no mo di asam no e di ama eye Ghana ban anasa bambo nyuma hodo no mo di achi ni apa asam no pomasi bre omo adwuma no ora entu ka enkochu obi entwini mfiri ni ka mu enka se ka no e ya ban di anti ye je fru nsem enye ora adwumadie no na Alhaji Haruna Alidu ami enyanti ase wadansidie obedi ni se nkofo bi omu ye MPP fo na nama omudi sa adwuma no yagwa amano so Anthony Akwe security expert eno amienu ntini afre no sa agege kasi ena fe so the statement that we issue here ɛde etu aban ne fo ɛde fa ɛyɛ ɔman pani John Dramani Mahama n'akwani abadie ɛho nsɛm saa nɔɔma mmienu wei eti ne efrɛ no owura Anthony Akwe yɛ mo akye mo akɔ aba.
So we never makwame.
Na bibi abɔkɔ deɛ.
Ejana dum ɔdachi me pɔtɔ ɔwɔ no production team.
Yɛn nyinaa yɛ so yɛ kurakura nyame adawma. Na ɛgya me ɛhyɛ asɛm free ha. Sisi na me ne Alhaji Haruna Halidu edi nkɔmɔ. Na wabedi adanse yɛ sɛ anasa ne nsɛm ɔka ne sɛ nkɔfo bi a wosusu so wɔn yɛ NPP foɔ ɛna wɔn gyegye cars ɛde afiri nkɔfo bi nsɛm na baako a n'ani kɔbɔɔ so ɛyɛ obi a ɔyɛ metropolitan assembly coordinator in the eastern region na ne official car wɔ use no ɛna NPP foɔ mmienu yi ɛbɛgye free ne nsɛm na wɔn say wɔn yɛ adwuma on behalf of oral assembly kopie wɔ ɛyɛ STC police station ewi akyi no wabra alidu frɛ honorable Bavlo Lati no ɔmo ka sɛ car no yɛnya ma coordinator no na afei ewi akyi no nkɔfo yi a alidu susu so mo yɛ NPP foɔ yi ɛfrɛ na no mo patch sɛ ankonya ma asɛm ne nkɔ but wɔsɛ the way a ɔmo de oral foɔ din edi sɛ adwuma wei ɛnya adeɛ ɛbɛboa koraa does it give credence anasɛ boaya meyɛte nia NPP foɔ nansen a ɔmo ka de afa oral foɔ yi ho ase yi ana because the ɔmo de bɛto dwa ne sɛ oral foɔ no nam ɛna ɔmo tete nkɔfoɔ Anthony Akwe who sa issue we saying
Yo mini Kwame maminchia weti for you wash free now na pay in matters of security our a president papa no na impaboni biso will exploit the vulnerabilities are our structure them na what do you go in massive
vulnerabilities.
Yes.
The
vulnerabilities in the structure only there. If operation recover area, one major would be. In fact, the baka Ghana for baby oyaza if you support what them wanna.
Yeah.
Or a positive. Now, them positive, no. Impact minimum, say a can within the political content, no. On Yemen, who the way MP people fair and explanation, another the narrative at the moment. What better would go or ye urano, no thing. Now, these are very critical issues. Majidi there or there. Or yeah, abandon kasaso or so. Na them those me want to there. Over make sure there in Kofa. Why did you manu ne property? I want for one papa to know why did you know. Over retrieve ni nano. Or that abandon kasaso there.
Yeah.
One were part of this illegal possession of state assets. Or as one Kasasu will deploy all the means Obama Orano will look very bad in the face of Ghanaians. And another critical thing is what we are seeing. Apart from that,
yeah.
Say political party or lose election. Will be there for psychological reaction. The psychological reaction only there. NPP for will lose election. When in Penifubia said you know what will hold on the state assets at the moment. On the Mijawa one supporters in war with the Mimpin Funimunti. What part of will use Urano? Now what did you damn asset? And so Kabandama Urano Kwano to retrieve those assets in the Kwano. This will be very difficult because the main number one state asset with their car.
Yeah.
Let's say for Fubia but there will be the Ura, team no one. Nessa at the right time, no, run and cast what better or begging the men the man okay, oh, Monko Fubia Babaji the Dawa. Then the question is, who are those people?
But the other question is, Orafwa can say, Sir, Adiana Ekosono, Eka Omejuma. Is it part of a modus operandi some Bokwaji or my Japadi dear free obi? Eka Omejuma.
Well, if you want, rules of engagement, one day in there, we'll retrieve all the necessary information. About to have my evidence to prosecute those people and to retrieve those items.
And does retrieving information include say obeje ubeshim obi carefree in them and as a care usually say yeah buying eddie free in them?
No. We share the rules of engagement of the owner. There's nothing like that. Their mandate borders on information now. What Jiffy or your citizens in the world. So make sure that the appropriate institutions, at the right time, we begin to work on those evidence, to retrieve those items. It is Obipiara, Oboko, any, former, government official, to retrieve any access, that person must be seen as a criminal or as illegal entity, unless they be out. Watch there. These are the group of people are more or less maybe or more help others to retrieve those items. But until that Abana Kasaba out, those activities are not part of the mandate of the ORA.
Okay.
Not say that your friend is Asante Beji too. Your friend is Gabi.
But for BP and what government more on appointments.
Mati, I've heard it. I've heard that the most powerful people in the government are more informal. Mati say Gabi Chidako, Nana Asante Beji too, Ken Oforiata, and then Nana Dunya friend Bumpty, and then
Nana himself.
But there is this other lady, one year Mapachino. He has not done any work for this party. Never campaigned for this party. But they be Oti, Jubilee House, or you're very rude to party people, your friend Usara to attack. These people should not be allowed to conduct themselves in that manner.
And in there.
Now, her job is finished. He was there being rude. I hear he's not very well. And, and I pray for him. But he's a very bad man. No, terrible person. Say one time I went there. No, say. On your politics, so you tell me where you have ever seen Asante Beji to our campaign my NPP. With Gabi there, we can credit Gabi. Anybody who says Gabi and Yejuma,
oh Yejuma.
Gabi is all those people are all more on Asante Beji to Sarah to Atan, all these people. Where from them? You can't go and put people, and then when people come, they claim they are busy. Asante Beji too. You tell me, Musa Superior, that you are busy. When I was going around campaigning for their party, where were you? I wish him well. You can't tell me you are busy. You have to listen to me because
last time I know the motorcade they call club.
Maybe I don't know about that.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
All I'm saying is that they are almost here and Lucy. So the party should keep track. We have to have a tracker to be able to check the party for our almost Bojumama party, so that when we come to power, these are the people who should be in government. Competent, loyal, dedicated party people they should be in government so that they can look after your party people. And I'm telling you, Mohammed's announcement, appointments are all demonstrate argument are me making. We need our party people to be in sensitive positions in government. Sami Jemfi, the national communications director, he's just been giving a lucrative job at PMMC. Big job, huge responsibility.
Wow.
Now we are out there called Google or more duties, and then you will know that that is the way you look after a party, so that they are there. They will concentrate on building their party. They will look after the country, and 2028, if we don't do well, they will win again. And then you go and bring people like Alote. And then there are some names I don't want to mention. And I know the party people know these people. In the 2024 elections, I was all over the country. A few of the executives were all over the country. Majority of them were in Accra here. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. Okay. Now, such people, you make them chief executive, you won't find them. In fact, some of them were politicians, deep politicians, but they didn't go anywhere. Oh, they didn't go anywhere. One of them told me that, oh, but Musa, this thing, you know, it is clear that we have lost. And I say, I'm not going to mention his name, but I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. And yet, so the steering committee of the party must take over the party and seize the party and make sure that every single person in the party, including the presidential candidate and his team, has to be in line. How is it that you run a campaign now? A campaign, there is no regular reportage by the campaign office to the steering committee. How? The steering committee should supervise every committee of the party. There was statutory committee and non-statutory committee. So our statutory committees, we have named them in the constitution.
My main thoughts on this. Now, more director of communication for the party. Yeah. And I'm Sabenya, director of communication for the president's campaign.
It was unnecessary. I have already told you the bigger plan. The bigger plan is that the national steering committee, and all those they have appointed on the National Steering Committee should take over the management of the campaign. The current director of communications of the campaign, he would have been the director of communication of the campaign. And it amazes me that he was subservient. A whole director of communication of a party becomes subservient to a director of communication of a committee of a party. How can that make sense?
Say that again.
Me see, how can a whole director of communication of the party become subservient or servy under a director of communication of a committee, because the campaign is a committee of the party?
Yeah.
Every campaign team is a committee of the party approved by the National Council. So every officer of the party at the steering committee level, National Executive Committee level, National Council level is more senior than all members of the national campaign team. They are supposed to report to the party. So the people must be educated, and that is why I carry constitution of the party around. Now say educating people they will just leave the party for individuals, and then every single day for their own personal interest they will keep undermining this party, and that should not be on. So a time you drew, he says, yeah, reforms. Time you drew. Now people are coming out to contest elections. Me make it direct appeal to our party people around the country. Say, they shouldn't take the money, because at the end of the day, and they say, take the money and go and vote for wrong people. Vote strong people, and I tell you, very strong people will come out. Voting and then look at scorecard in the party. In the party when they're in government. I tell you, in 2020, who watch your results now? The number we got was over 30,000 votes as mayor. Now 2024, I'm not mayor. The number has decreased to 16 to 17,000 votes. That is my scorecard. So that Obia Obisano 2020 Tamale Central. Now my number now it was 29,295. Tamale South, because there were two constituencies in Tamale Metro. Tamale South 25,544. In 2024, Musa Superior na me knew her as mayor. What is the number in Tamale Central? Number no abba from 29,000 to 20,000. 9,000 votes have gone.
Wow.
In Tamale South, from 25,000 to 18,000. That is the scorecard of Musa Superior. So Ubisa said, dear Namaya party no, I can't tell you what I did. This kind of votes as time I'm here mayor. But if you go to Tamale and ask, I was the only politician in this country I ran open surgery. Only the whole Ghana. I ran an open surgery between 5 p.m. and sometimes 10 to 11 p.m. every single day, Monday to Friday.
Wow.
Party people, Ghanaian citizens, they come and see me. Days that man run this program would be either weekends or now me to coin. So this is my scorecard. So steering committee must insist that we get the party people, competent party people, because we are Ghanaian. If you get the how can anybody argue that a political animal such as the chief of staff, your friend was saying, Julius Debra, how can you argue that he can be chief of staff? You can't. You cannot make that argument because or your competence is also a strong party person.
Yeah, former regional chairman of Eastern Regional Party.
That is why I say me enumerate way. A party man. So it's a party for no bar. He will think about them. He will think about them. You can't go and put people, and then when people come, they claim they are busy. Asenti Bedietu, you tell me, Musa Superior, that you are busy. When I was going around campaigning for their party, where were you, Lucy? So
the issue of cronyism. Nana Asafu Mafu, advisor to the president, Neba Snit, ye kase crowd aso. Ye benya way no so de nere akwa na we eno ha party.
Me when it doesn't worry me if there is evidence that Omoye Jumama party no.
Oh, okay.
Omo qualifications. They are all qualified. But the other qualification that should put them there, no, Omo Nibi. Look at this lady. What's the name? Akufo-Addo's daughter. The chief executive of the Ghana Creative. What is her name? Jan Kruma. What is her scorecard? Juma Ben Oyema party now. Me see, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Find the people who have worked. And that is going to be the challenge for the next presidential candidate and the next president of the NPP. Because we will encourage the steering committee. The steering committee will take charge, not the National Council. So most of the decisions should have to be arrived at the steering committee. After all, the president is there, the presidential candidate is there, chairman of Council of Elders is there, leader of our group in parliament is there, all the elected members are there. What else do you want? How do you have to drag things to the National Council so that you can manipulate the council to take decisions in your favor? Omukoye review committee. They just came and then they announced the names to them. People want to talk, they won't be allowed to talk. And you say you are running a democracy. You cannot run a democracy in a manner you run a democracy. It's unacceptable. So, me encourage the party people, and I tell them that the spirit of Darocha is coming back. The spirit of BJ Darocha is coming back. The spirit of Papa Osu Ankuma is coming back. The spirit of the Jake Obechebi Lamte is coming back. In fact, the spirit of J. Kufuor is already here with us.
Now, the spirit is here. Some say, Sabra, Wamudi, J. Mensa, Assem court. Now, one more sentence in na BJ Darocha was his lawyer. A party in Kufuor Shedenim, Sabarima, George Kufuor, over them 1.5 years. Yeah, as a political prisoner. Yeah. So we need all this spirit to come back, because almost the real BJ Darocha neba power I don't even know this. Now I'm kasa na almost see I am washing. Somebody said I'm washing the dirty linen of the party in public. What kind of illogical thinking is this? We are better.
Bitter for what? I had jobs, served as mayor, served as deputy CEO. What else do I want? I'm not bitter. There are bitter people. I mean, people who were sacked. If you were sacked and probably you are talking, somebody can say because you were, I haven't been sacked. Now, because I'm part of the government, say government no you're wrong, ma. I shouldn't correct them. Is that what kind of psychophancy is that? You are part of the government. I am prepared to get sacked. I am prepared to be booted out for saying the kinds of things me can. And at the time I was an appointee of government. So that the party, we can build the party. So people should stop saying, they say, I'm accusing the party. I am not. It's a conversation. If you don't want to be part of the conversation to address some problems that ended up in this massive, horrific, disastrous defeat, allow people to do it. I'm not the only person doing it. Or is it because it's Musa Superior? There are other people doing it. And then they get the praises for doing it. But because Musa Superior is doing it, and therefore it's wrong, it cannot be wrong. All these people who have made this party suffer the way we have suffered, we cannot accept their apology. The only way we can accept that apology is for them to stand down, so that we can say, Yetimanye, the right people to come and take over.
But when you say na spiritual.
Spiritual in terms of omuye jujuana.
Aha, because ebano minim say prophet Owusu Bempa eba bonte be kan say the party no aye na wa mo challenge no 40% kro mo obwa
it's not any spiritual. It's not any spiritual. It's accumulation of the things that party no aye and the things that the government didn't do well. Voting now, you go and take money and vote a wrong parliamentary candidate. It will how. Now, if the parliamentary candidate is also encouraging bribery and corruption as our polling station level now, how is it that I hear a lot of aspirants went and give television, fridges? Now, the steering committee should monitor this and disallow that and name and shame people. Even national executive election, all these things also. And then you say, oh, this man is good, but you know, one first you are because Obiwa about 700 delegates. Otibitria 5,000. Check the person, and if I know check the person, and these are the people, the oral people are chasing. And then you will tell me that, oh, oral need constitutional mandate and there. It is not about the president-elect has the right to say that I'm appointing people. If you have issue, come and report it to them. Now, if you haven't stolen any money or if you haven't stolen any land, why should you be afraid of oral?
Almost say, where do they draw their powers in the first
No, it is not like that. All those arguing like that, they are mischievous. Okay. The man is the president-elect or a Ghanaian. Look, Musa Superior, I can come and announce that I'm putting up a team together. If you know anybody has stolen government money, come on, Musa Superior, a common person like me, I can do that. The constitution does not stop me from doing that. They are not implementing anything. They are not doing anything judicial. In fact, they have announced, say, as soon as the Attorney General is confirmed, Omojuma, they will send the complaints to you a journalist. Who bet man announce say only will be say Okita state car, Okita state vehicle on Babe reporting. So sad there no omunjaika. But why are they afraid
born out of political witch hunting?
I don't think so. What in witch hunting? I mean, me handing me vehicles. I think a week before the president had even announced, say, Yanko handy vehicles. What political witch hunting? If you have stolen government money, then of course you are going to be in trouble. If you are keeping government vehicle, you'll be in trouble. If you have done some form of corruption, you'll be in trouble. Because even if the oral is dissolved, the Attorney General will come after you. Mm-hmm. Do you get the point? Mm-hmm. So me, a party for almost stopping.